Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about moving past your fears. So that's huge. Everybody has their own kind of fears depending on, how you were raised or where you came from or just inner fears. There's people who, fear death, fear losing a loved one, fear getting disease, fear of failure. There's so many different kinds of fears that we can have out there. There's people with fear of heights, fear of flying, fear of falling. So everybody has their own fear. Now, I'm not saying that if you're fear of falling that you should just go bungee jumping. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. But it is important that if you have fears, like many people have fears of public speaking, that is not dangerous and cannot harm you. These are things that you should overcome because they're going to take you to the next level of the person that you can become. And that's really important because life is about growth, and you want to grow to become the best version of yourself. Never stop dreaming. So that's where I'm talking about today. I used to have a huge fear of just being here in front of the camera, and still, even every time I get in front of the camera or I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and shoot a video, I get a little like, oh God, I really don't want to do this. It's not my favorite thing. Every time I watch it, I see this weird thing that I do with my mouth, my hands, and so by doing it over and over, I get more comfortable. I feel like I'm talking to my best friend. I've started learning not to fidget with my hands so much since I've been in Toastmasters, and I go and I speak in front of people and I get evaluated. I get to learn, and that's a huge fear, but it's also awesome because you get feedback, and that's how I grow, or that's how you can grow. So these are things that I've done to try to overcome my fears. And I'm doing this video challenge of 21 different videos that I share different things about myself or a message that I'd like to share with you. And I'm going to go ahead and post it everywhere and let everyone get to know Sophie and about Sophie and why I am at home, why I have my purpose is to help create self-independent and self-reliant women who are not dependent on another person for either financial or just to have someone handy around the house. Now again, if you want to be in a relationship because you're totally in love and it's a great emotional experience, then I would definitely am not the kind of person saying not to be in a relationship, because I am in one. But I do promote women to become more independent, more self-reliant, to be able to take care of themselves. And I'm trying to create videos to help teach women how to do things themselves so they don't have to call a handyman, or they don't have to have a man if they don't want them, or they're in a bad position to be in that relationship, which I've been in many. So that's the reason why I'm wanting this new movement, I want to call, to occur, because I had been in a 5-year not so healthy relationship, a 3-year horribly disastrous mental abuse relationship, and then another 6-year abusive relationship. So, and they were all different kinds of levels of abuse, and some of them were like in a kind way, but jabbing at the heart, and other ones, were a little bit more physical or verbally abusive. And these are things that I've feared that I was never going to get out of. I was just going to be stuck in relationships with bad men. And because I was able to step away from that situation and reevaluate and say, you know what, I can do this myself, even though I got left with 3 kids and I have the house alone and I don't have anyone here. I can do this myself. And then God blessed me with an amazing man that is there for me and teaches me, so that way the day that maybe he's not around, or God forbid he passes away, I'm still able to be independent, and I don't have to go feeling that I need somebody to be able to do things. And that's a huge fear for most women on this earth. Relationships are to create a bigger and to build you, but it doesn't mean that you can't still be you without that other person. So that's really important to know and to think about. And when you're in a relationship, it feels fine and dandy, but there's many relationships that are not healthy and need to be reevaluated. And the one thing that I want to teach women is, when you reevaluate and you realize that it's not good for you, that you're okay. You can do this. You can work from home. You can fix everything at home. You don't need to get ripped off. You can live the life that you want. You can create the dreams that you want. You can go on the vacations that you want. You don't need to depend on anybody. And that's really what I want women on this earth, just to become more self-confident in themselves in every way, not only being at home as a mother or as a role model to your children, but also to be at home because you want to be at home. It feels good, and you know that you can take care of your home on your own.